If you stutter and are tired of having your stutter control your life, this video is for you because I have created 5 stuttering tips that have helped me transform my life and my stutter into a person who's confident and can control of his speech, which I know you can also. Years ago, I used to avoid speaking scenarios all the time. I used to change words. I used to avoid speaking up in class. I used to hate public speaking, never answer the phone. But I've done a lot of research, soul searching, and figured out what worked best for me in improving my control over my stutter. And today I'm going to share that with you. Let's dive in. Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. McCool. I'm a GP from Ireland who runs a free online platform called Stutter-Connect, which you're all free to join. Link is in the description below, where you can meet and greet and speak with other people who stutter from around the world, gain tips and tricks from them while supporting each other along your stuttering journey. The first tip that I advise is to slow down and pause when speaking. Too many people who stutter try to be fluent speakers, try to fit in with everyone else, try to jump into the conversation, jump into the sentence, and that is when they get stuck. That is when the stuttering, the blocking happens, and the wheels fall off. The anxiety happens, the stress happens, the self-hate after they lose control over their speech. If you want to start to regain control, use fewer words per breath, about 2 or 3 words per breath. Speak with mechanical speech. Pause between phrases. This will help you regain control over your speech, especially when you're having a difficult speaking time. This will help you gain control, to gain wins in the real world, to help with your speech confidence. But this takes discipline, as you will be the black sheep. You will be different from everyone else, as you will be pausing a lot. You will be speaking slower, but you will have control over your speech. The second thing that I advise is, especially if you have a feared word, diaphragmatic breathing. We all have been there. I have been there years ago. I remember I used to hate vowel sounds. I used to try to avoid them at all costs. But eventually it will catch up with you and you will have to say that feared word. You cannot run forever. You have to face your fears, and you can help this by using diaphragmatic breathing, especially before a feared word or sound. Pausing before speaking, resisting the pressure and the urge to speak, using a full and fast diaphragmatic breath before speaking, and speaking at the top of this breath, especially on the first sound of the feared word. This will help you say the feared word with control, with conviction, with confidence. And if you do this enough, if you get enough real wins, saying the feared word with control over a consistent basis over a long period of time, it will no longer be a feared word. The third thing that I advise is to voluntarily stutter and to disclose your stutter to the people around you. The reason why stuttering happens in the first place is we want to avoid stuttering. The worst thing that can happen to a person who stutters is to be seen as a person who stutters. That is why the stuttering negative cycle continues. The negative psychological beliefs, self-hate, guilt, shame, anxiety, causing anxiety and avoidance, and worsening stuttering. The worsening stuttering causes the negative feelings once again, and the cycle continues. Ask yourself this: are you fluent when you read aloud by yourself? If the answer is yes, then there is nothing wrong with the physical components of speech production in your body. Therefore, you're able physically to speak fluently, but for some reason, when there is another human being in the room or around you, the stuttering starts. And why does this happen? This happens because we're pretending we're trying to be a fluent speaker, but we know we are not a fluent speaker. Here's what you need to do today. You need to voluntary stutter. You need to get comfortable voluntary stuttering when ordering your coffee, when speaking on the phone, when speaking to your family, when speaking to your friends. This will desensitize you to your stutter and will help you regain control. as you know deep down that you're not a fluent speaker. So stop trying to be a fluent speaker. Start showing everyone that you have a stutter. Start speaking about your stutter. Start disclosing your stutter to people on the street. Ask them the time and ask them directions to various places. You need to push outside your comfort zone. As soon as you're proactive and facing your fears, your social anxiety will drop, your fear of stuttering will drop, your confidence will grow, your control over your speech will grow, and your life can only get better. And this ties into the fourth thing: daily courageous action. Voluntary stuttering and using these speech techniques takes courage. It would be easy for you to try to be a fluent speaker, to pretend if you're feeling strong. But this is not what you should do. You should have the courage to be who you truly are, a person who stutters. And you need to do this consistently on a daily basis over a long period of time. Every single day, you need to get comfortable the voluntary stuttering when you're ordering that coffee, when you're speaking on the phone, when you're saying your name. But you need to do it every single day, no matter who you're speaking to. This is easier said than done. It takes courage. Short term pain, long term gain. There's pain in the short term, but the rewards in the long term are endless. Your social anxiety will drop, your control of your stutter will improve, but you need to do this consistently over a long period of time. And the last thing that I'd advise is to join a stutter community. Stuttering can be very isolating. You might not know anyone else in your life who has a stutter. You might be the only one. You feel like the black sheep. You feel like no one understands what you're going through and understands the difficulties of having a stutter. That is why I've created Stutter-Connect. Link is in the description below to the social media website and the free WhatsApp group, which you're welcome to join. You will be able to speak with and hear different experiences from other people who stutter from around the world and how they navigate their personal lives while having a stutter. What has worked for them, what has not worked for them. I guarantee you, if you follow these 5 tips, the control over your stutter will be a lot greater. And once you get control over your stutter, your life gets endlessly better. You get the job you want, you get the relationship you want, you get what you want out of life. Too many people who stutter are underachieving in their lives. They're not getting in the relationship that they want. They're not getting the job that they want. They are failing, they're falling behind, and this is a massive shame. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till the new year. Start today. Start on a Friday. Start at 4 p.m. Start today. Start improving your stutter. Don't put it off. You know how important it is for you. You know the pain of having a stutter. You know all those negative feelings. I don't have to tell you, but I know what you're going through. I have come a long way in my life. I've become a GP doctor. I have been for 10 years. My stutter has not held me back in my life, and it should not hold you back in your life. Whatever you want to achieve in your short number of years you have on this life, you should have the courage to achieve them. And your stutter and your speech should not get in the way of you achieving the dream life that you want. That is why I have one-on-one coaching, which you're free to join. Link is in the description. And my online course, Living Your Best Life with a Stutter, which will give you priceless tips on how to live your best life while navigating a stutter, how to achieve your dreams, and how do you start. And my free doctor-led stuttering and anxiety action plan is in the description below, which you are free to join. That's all for today, everybody. I'll see you next week. Give the video a like, share it with a friend, comment below. What has truly helped your stutter? What has helped you gain control over your speech? I want to hear you in the comments below. And I'll see you in next week's video. And remember, if I can do it, you can certainly do it. Best luck, everybody.